जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय श्री राधा माधव की श्री प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, Chapter 30, London, A Dream Fulfilled. London, September 11, 1969. With the cooperation of Apple Records and Lufthansa German Airlines, the devotees arranged a reception for Prabhupada at London's Heathrow Airport. As soon as Prabhupada descended the stairs of the airplane, he was escorted to a car and driven to a VIP lounge, bypassing the formalities of immigration and customs. As Prabhupada stepped from the car, the devotees ran out of the terminal and offered obeisances on the wet pavement, while Srila Prabhupada looked down on them, smiling. The devotees rose, brushing wet macadam from their dhotis and saris, and joyfully surrounded Prabhupada as he entered the lounge. Inside the terminal, Prabhupada confronted a mass of reporters and cameramen and several dozen friends of the devotees. A clean cloth covered one of the lounge sofas, and vases with yellow gladioluses sat on either side. Prabhupada walked over to the sofa and sat down, and Shyam Sundar garlanded him with red and white carnations. Prabhupada began leading Kirtan. The devotees were oblivious to all but Prabhupada. and the reporters resigned themselves to simply standing and observing while the devotees sang and danced ecstatically. The eager devotees were unabashed during the kirtan, and their shouts of Hari Bol and Jai Prabhupada, as well as blasts from council, punctuated the regular chanting of Hare Krishna. After the kirtan, the reporters remained at a distance as Prabhupada spoke affectionately to almost each devotee seated before him. Where is Janaki? He asked. Oh, yes, how are you? Vibhavati, how is your daughter? Actually, you are all my fathers and mothers. You are taking such care. For the devotees, only they and Prabhupada were present in the lounge, and they strained to catch everything he did or said. They couldn't have cared less about any outsider's reaction. Finally, Mukunda invited the reporters to come forward. If any of you gentlemen have any questions, you can speak them of Prabhupada. Prabhupada Leelamrit ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, The Creative Impetus, Chapter 5, Lord Rishabhadev's Teachings, verse number 5, 5.5.5. पराभवस्तावद् अबोधजातो यावन्न जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तावद् इदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्ध पराभवस्तावदबोधजातो यावन् जिज्ञासता आत्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्ध पराभवस्तावदबोधजातो यावन् जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्ध
पराभवष्टावरबोधजातो
नाभवस्तावदबोधजातो
यावन्न जिज्ञासतात्मतत्त्वम्
यावन् जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वम्
यावत्क्रियास्तावदिदं मनोभि
यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै
कर्मात्मकमेन शरीरबन्धः
कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्ध पराभवस्तावदबोधजातो न जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्ध पराभव defeat misery तावत् so long. Abodhajata, produced from ignorance. Yavat, as long as. Na, not. Jigyasate, inquiries about. Atma Tattvam, the truth of the self. Yavat, as long as. Kriya, fruitive activities. Tavat, so long. Idam, this. Mana, mind. Vai, indeed. Karma atmakam, absorbed in material activities. Yena, by which. Sharira bandha, bondage in this material body. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. As long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance. Be it sinful or pious, karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmak, colored with fruitive activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear. And as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material body. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Generally, people think that one should act very piously in order to be relieved from misery. But this is not a fact. Even though one engages in pious activity and speculation, he is nonetheless defeated. His only aim should be emancipation from the clutches of Maya and all material activities. Speculative knowledge and pious activity do not solve the problems of material life. One should be inquisitive to understand his spiritual position. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 4:37, Yathai dhamasi samsiddhu agnir basmasat kurute arjuna jnanagni sarva karmani basmasat kurute tatha. As a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burns to ashes all reactions to material activities. Unless one understands the self and its activities, one has to be considered in material bondage. In Srimad Bhagavatam 10:2-32, it is also said, Ye अन्ये arvindaksha vimukta manina svai astabhavad apishiddho buddhaya. A person who doesn't have knowledge of devotional service may think himself liberated, but actually he is not. आरुह्य कृच्छ्रेण परम पदम तत पतन्ति अधो अनादृत युष्मत् अनुग्रह. Such people may approach the impersonal Brahm effulgence, but they fall down again into material enjoyment because they have no knowledge of devotional service. As long as one is interested in karma and jnana, he continues enduring the miseries of material life, birth, old age, disease, and death. Karmis certainly take on one body after another. As far as jnanis are concerned, unless they are promoted to the topmost understanding, they must return to the material world. As explained in Bhagavad Gita 7:19, Bhaunam Janmanamante Jnanvan Mam Prapadyate. The point is to know Krishna, Vasudev, as everything and surrender unto him. Karmis do not know this, but a devotee who is 100% engaged in the devotional service of the Lord knows fully what is karma and jnana. Therefore, a pure devotee is no longer interested in karma or jnana. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam. The real bhakta is untouched by any tinge of karma and jnana. His only purpose in life is to serve the Lord. Om Agyan Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we continue to discuss the instructions of Lord Rishabdev. Very strong, powerful instructions he's giving to his sons and to all of us. And one very important point here is that even if a person does pious activities, he's not going to get liberated. So one does sinful activities, he gets miseries. One does pious activities, he gets miseries. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. This material world is dukhalayam, house of miseries, house of distress. So there cannot be avoided. We have horses here. Do they commit any sinful activity? Possibly not. They just eat grass and keep quiet. Don't disturb others. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, possibly. Are they going to get liberated? No. We have goats and we have cows who may be very pious in terms of not doing sinful activities. But that's not the path of liberation. Any person who is in the material world, conditioned soul, will have miseries, whether pious or not, or impious. Impious has miseries because of punishment. Pious has miseries because he is not pious. Pious is only in the name. When we left service of Krishna, everything is impious. Everything is offensive. So just by existing in material world, that's an offense. We left Krishna's service. So there is miseries. The minimum miseries are birth, death, old age, and disease. Humans and animals both suffer these miseries. And the difference is humans can come out of this cycle of misery, cycle of birth and death, when they inquire and receive spiritual knowledge. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Animals don't inquire. If you show some bread to a dog, the dog will come running to you. And when the dog comes closer, you hit the dog with a stick, the dog will go away. Immediately show again the bread to the same dog will come to you. Again you hit, again the dog will run away. You can do this 10 times and not a single time dog will ask you, why did you hit me? Because they don't inquire. But if you do that with human, he will ask you, why did you hit me? What was my mistake? Why you are beating me? So inquiries means intelligence. Asking question means intelligence. And human have higher intelligence than animals. So they should be asking questions. But which questions? Tato Brahma Jigyasa. To ask about Brahman, to ask about absolute truth, to ask about self, to ask about the creator, to ask about our relationship with Krishna. These are proper questions. Animals are busy in eating, meeting, sleeping, mating, and depending. Eating, sleeping, mating, and depending. And humans are also busy asking questions about eating, sleeping, mating, depending. Then it is animal life. If the questions are about what to eat, where to eat today, and where to sleep today, and how to find a partner today, then it is still animal life. It is not human life. Human life means beyond eating, sleeping, mating, depending, is to inquire about self, is to inquire about super soul, is to inquire about Krishna. When Sanatan Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi, we should know Sanatan Goswami is on a very high post of Prime Minister and is a very big scholar and devotee. But he left everything and he came to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi. And there, when he got an opportunity to sit and converse with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked him question. Everybody thinks I am a scholar. Everybody thinks I am very learned from a great position. But as far as I know, I am a fool. Fool number one. I don't know who am I. I don't know why. I don't want miseries, but miseries are forced upon me. I want happiness, but I am miserable. I don't know. These are inquiries. Who am I? Who is God? Who created this world? What is my relationship with God? What is my purpose of life? What is the goal of life? These are proper inquiries. And the answers are given in the scriptures. There is difference between book and scriptures. Book just contain information, but scriptures contain knowledge, which give answers to real questions of life. And that answers, that knowledge helps us to go towards exiting this material existence, exiting the cycle of birth and death. Otherwise, a conditioned soul under the influence of material nature will remain here with no way to come out. Like somebody falls in a dry well, very deep. There is no way to come out unless somebody from outside helps the person. So if we are fallen, there is no way to come out unless we take help from sadhu, guru, and shastra. Maya influences the conditioned soul in two ways. One is called Avran Atmika Shakti, and other is called Prekshapak Atmika Shakti. Avran. Avran means cover. Avran Atmika Shakti means covering potency. What does Maya do? Covers our real knowledge. Our real knowledge is I am part and parcel of Krishna. I am servant of Krishna. But Maya covers this knowledge and we are in ignorance and we think I am a boy, I am a girl, I am a mother, I am a father, I am a doctor, I am a lawyer, I am Indian, I am Kiwi, I am American. All this false designation. So due to these false designations, due to this ignorance, we don't try for liberation. We struggle hard to fulfill our needs as per our identity. If I am a goat, my need is grass. So I search for grass. If I am a lion, I search for goat. who is searching for grass. If I'm a boy, I'm searching for football or jeans pant or car or iPhone or a girl. If I'm a girl, I'm searching for lipstick or bangles or jewelry or boyfriend. Everybody thinks what they are, and based on that, they have needs and they are searching their needs. And a pig is searching stool and he thinks that is my need. And if I eat that, I'll be happy. So this is called covering potency. Maya has covered our knowledge, and because of that ignorance, we have created false designations. Based on that false designations, we have created false duties, and we have created so much complicated life to fulfill our false self-made duties. And we think, I am such a good person, I am earning honestly, I am taking care of my family, my children love me, and my uh, society and friends, they are so happy with me, and I am so kind to the fellow citizens. I am first class person. You are fool number one. You have wasted your life in fulfilling self-created duties, which is not even purpose of life, which is not doing any favor to the goal of life. So that's Avran Atmika Shakti, covering potency. And out of millions of such souls, if one wants to come out of this, Maya has another potency, Prikshapak Atmika potency, pulling down potency. Maya will pull the soul back under the Avran. If somebody is in a prison, there's a gate that doesn't allow the prisoner to come out. That is called avran, cover. And out of hundreds of prisoners, if one tries to escape, they will increase the force to pull him back inside the prison. That is called pulling down potency, prekshapak atmika. So Maya does both, covers our knowledge and pulls us down. Early morning when we chant, what we are doing when we are chanting, we are trying to come out of the clutches of Maya. What does Maya do? Prikshapak Atmika, Maya pulls us away from chanting. Maya sends us sleep. And when sleep comes, we have to struggle. If same time early morning one friend comes and asks us, how are you? All the sleep will go away and we'll be happy to have a conversation. Or a phone call comes, we'll be happy to have a conversation. Or nice prasad is available, we see it as food enjoyment, we'll happy to eat, all sleep will go away. But as soon as we pick up japa bead, sleep starts coming. So Maya is influencing us. That's pulling down potency, prakshapak atmika shakti, covering potency and pulling down potency. So the only way to cross out, to come out, is to take help from Krishna and his representatives and his scriptures. The knowledge given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to come out of all this influence of Maya. So Vedanta Sutra, the final book written by Vyasdev before writing Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu summarized saying that Vedanta Sutra and all the scriptures, uh, they are categorized in three parts: Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojan. Sambandha Gyan, that part of books, scriptures, we talk about soul, Krishna, and the relationship between soul and Krishna. That is Sambandha Gyan. Then Abhidheya means do's and don'ts, following the rules and regulations of that Sambandha, doing what is favorable to that relationship and avoiding what is not favorable to that relationship. And Prayojan is final result, which is Krishna praying, the goal of Abhideya, the goal of rules. So Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this to Sanatana Goswami with a very nice story. There was one man in the village who was very poor, who had nothing to eat, and he was starving. and he's suffering. So an astrologer came to that village and he met the man and he said, look, I have observed you are starving and poor, but actually your father has left lots of wealth for you. But because he died at a location where you were not present, he couldn't inform you about the treasure. So you are starving even though you are wealthy. So as soon as the man hears about the existence of wealth left by his father, his sambandha, his relationship with the wealth is established. My wealth, there is some wealth for me. His sambandha is established. But he is still hungry because sambandha is not sufficient. We have to go forward. Abhideya, where to find the wealth? The astrologer said, the wealth is in the courtyard of your house. It's not far. You just have to dig and take. But then which location to dig? So he told him that look, don't dig in south, southern direction of your house. If you dig in south direction, lots of insects and wasps will come and they will bite you and give you pain. Then he said, don't dig in west direction. In west direction, if you dig, uh, there is one ghost. He will come out from the ground and he will disturb you. Don't dig in north direction. North direction, there's a black snake. He will come and devour you. Just little bit dig in east direction, you will get your wealth. So this is abhideya, do and don't. Where to dig and where not to dig. So southern direction is called karma kand. So karma kand, when somebody does karma, fruitive activities, then there is lots of pain involved. So karma will not give the wealth. Insects and wasps will come and bite us. That is karma kand. West direction is called jnana kand, jnana, impersonalism, impersonal liberation. That is ghost, mental speculation, always disturbing our mind and intelligence. And north direction is called yoga. That is big black snake of liberation that will devour us. Desire for siddhis. West is called East is called Bhakti Yoga. Little digging, chanting Hare Krishna will get Krishna prem. So karma and jnana are not going to give us Krishna prem, are not going to give us liberation. If I do karma, I get a result. And because of that result, I have to take another birth. To cut this result, if I do another karma, that will give new result. So karma cannot cut karma. It's a misconception that if I do pious activities, I'll be happy and liberated. No, my dear sir. Even pious activities, you will stay in the material world. You will not get liberated. And material world is dukhalaya mashashvatam, full of miseries. So karma continues the cycle of birth and death. And because of karma, karma means fruitive activities, we have this vision of profit and loss. And because of that vision, we cannot be neutral. Only that which is profitable and beneficial, that activity we will do and we will discriminate. And that way we will get entangled. And then there's jnana. In jnana, if somebody gets liberation, that is also not useful because if you are not doing bhakti, if you are impersonal, if you get impersonal liberation, after long over years, you come down to the material world. Even impersonal liberation is not complete. Even that person has to take birth. So the only benefit one gets uh, by doing bhakti, only possible benefit one can receive is only by doing bhakti. So when we do bhakti, we come out of cycle of birth and death. Bhakti is not karma. Bhakti is transcendental. So when we do bhakti, we don't get any material result. It's not a pious karma or a bad karma. We go back home back to God. So devotees are very careful to practice pure bhakti which is beyond karma and jnana. Anya abhilashita shunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam. Pure bhakti is that which is anya abhilashita shunyam. No abhilash, no material desires, zero material desires, and beyond karma and beyond jnana. Prahlad Maharaj is a 5-year-old boy, son of big demon Hiranyakashipu. His father multiple times trying to kill him, but he was always protected by Lord Vishnu. So finally, Narsingadev appeared from the pillar and killed Hiranyakashipu. And after that, Narsingadev sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu, still angry, and hundreds and thousands of soldiers and Rakshasas and demons of Hiranyakashipu's army attacked Narsingadev, but he killed all of them, and rest ran away. Even though the enemy was killed, Narsingadev was still angry. So Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Mother Lakshmi, and all the sages and demigods, Indra, Chandra, they all came down and offered prayers to Narsingadev, but he was still not pacified. So Brahma was afraid to go near Narsingadev. Lord Shiva was afraid to go near Narsingadev. So Brahma told Lakshmi ji, you go near to your husband and pacify him. He is very angry. Tell him Hiranyakashipu is dead and his soldiers are killed. So now there is no need of anger. But Lakshmi Devi said, no, I am very afraid. I have never seen my husband so angry. I can't go near him. So Brahma and Shiva are also afraid. Finally, Brahma called 5-year-old boy Prahlad. He said, look, Narsingadev is angry because of your father. You only go and pacify him. And Prahlad was not afraid. He went and paid obeisances. Seeing the 5-year-old boy paying obeisances so sweetly, Narsingadev got pacified. He picked up Prahlad on his lap and touched his hand on his head, and Prahlad got completely purified and offered many beautiful prayers. And being pleased, Narsingadev said, my dear Prahlad, I am very happy and pleased with you. Please ask some boon. Please ask some benediction. Prahlad said, my dear Lord, please don't cheat me like this. I don't want any benediction. I don't want anything from you. My father had everything material, but he was not happy. I don't want to fall in that trap. You are my master, I am your servant. We don't have any other relationship. If you want to give me something or I want to take something from you, that's why I'm doing service to you, then that is not pure servant. So I don't want anything from you. Prahlad had no material desires, no material motives. Lord Himself is coming and telling him, ask benediction, giving him a blank check. But Prahlad is not interested. That is a pure devotee of Krishna. So Narsingadev insisted, please ask something. Prahlad said, my dear Lord, if at all you want to give me something, please give liberation to Hiranyakashipu, my father who offended you. Hiranyakashipu is the same person who tried to kill Prahlad hundreds of times. But Prahlad has compassion even for Hiranyakashipu, who killed him, who tried to kill him. So give liberation to Hiranyakashipu, he offended you. Narasimha was so happy, he told him, your father is already liberated. 21 generations up and down are liberated just because you are born in this family. A pure sadhu born in a family liberates his whole family. And Prahlad said, if you at all want to give me something, give me service to Narad Muni. Because of him, I am seeing you today. This is pure devotional service. Do not ask anything to Krishna, but to just serve devotee. Of course, if we ask something from Krishna, it is not wrong, just it is not highest, but it is not wrong. So any person can go to Krishna and ask. He is the father, he is the maintainer, he gives, he is the supreme controller, supreme creator. So only bhakti can give liberation. Nothing else can give liberation. So it's a misconception that by doing good pious activities, I will get liberated. No, the miseries will continue. The suffering will continue. The only way to come out of this miserable life is doing bhakti. That is our constitutional position. We are naturally related to Krishna with love. So we should offer our love to Krishna, offer our service to Krishna, and go back to Krishna. That is the goal of life. If you are busy in fruitive activities, um, working hard like a donkey, thinking that if I work hard, I will get grass in the evening, that is foolishness. The human form of life is not meant for working hard like a donkey. The human form of life is meant to serve Krishna and exit the cycle of birth and death. So one should not make his life complicated just for some artha, just for some money. One should have a simple lifestyle, minimum expenses, and use full energy and time in the service of Krishna. And whatever money we are earning or our standard of living, we should use it as charity, part of the salary, part of the income in the service of Guru, in the service of Vaishnavas, in the service of Gomata, in the service of deities and the temple. Book distribution, prasadam distribution, Harinam Sankirtan, and temple maintenance and deity worship and Vaishnava seva. We can do prasadam and all. And by doing that, our income is purified. So one should not make his life complicated that the goal of life is missed. The goal of life is Krishna consciousness, and that's only possible by doing devotional service to Krishna, not just by being a good boy or a good girl or a good man or a good woman, but by being a good devotee, not just ordinary morals, but by being a servant of Krishna. If I am not serving Krishna, even if I am good, I am not good. It is like some robbers, they stole money from the bank. Then they went into secret place and they said, let's divide it honestly. Let's divide it honestly. Where is honesty? You already stole money. Now you're talking about honesty. So we all are robbers. Krishna is the owner of the world. We take from him. And we want to divide among ourselves honestly without giving to Krishna. That is stealing. He is the enjoyer. So what we cook, what we have, we should offer to Krishna first. That is love. If I am staying in my master's house, I go to master's kitchen, take his milk, his rice, his sugar, and cook sweet rice and eat. That is of him. The raw material belongs to my master. So the final product also belongs to my master. If I cook sweet rice, I should offer him. And he will be eat sweet rice. He will say, wow, it is very nice. You also eat. In the same way, Krishna is a master, and whatever karma we are doing, the raw material given by Krishna, this body given by Krishna, this intelligence given by Krishna, the skill and talent given by Krishna, the sunlight and oxygen given by Krishna, the earth given by Krishna. Without these elements, how can we do any karma? So when the raw material is given by Krishna, the final product should go to Krishna. But if I take the final product, then I am a thief. I am not a good servant. So all the final product should go to Krishna and the master will give Mahaprasad. He said, you also eat sweet rice. That's love. That's the way to live life. So not do karma, but do seva. Whatever we do, we offer the result to Krishna and we consume prasadam. And that way our income is purified, our karma is purified, our consciousness is purified, and at the end we go back to Krishna. Otherwise, even good deeds will entangle us and we'll continue in the cycle of birth and death. So there is difference between morality and Krishna consciousness. There is difference between pious activities and bhakti. Pious activities still give miseries and keep us in the material world. The more important is to do bhakti. Going on the street and giving food to a homeless person or a poor person or a hungry person is pious activity. Going on the street and giving prasadam to a hungry person or even a rich person is devotional activity. What we have to do is devotional service. And that's the message of this work. Okay, we will end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If there are any comments or questions, you may please ask.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, do we know what Lord Krishna ate in the 18 days in the Kurukshetra battle? I had heard that he only stayed on peanuts, moongfali. That's what I heard. Do you have any reference? Or
Never
you don't
heard.
know?
We'll have to find out. Why will he not eat his Chappan Bhog? So many loving devotees around. But okay, we'll find out.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Hare Krishna devotees online. Are there any questions online? You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
This is Grace Gokuleswar Prabhuji ki jai.